Phin Alumni Network Executive Committee. We are going to wait a few minutes for folks to join in and get settled. While we're waiting, please keep your mic muted until we get to the networking portion of our game. But feel free to turn on your camera so we can see who's joined us. Also, if you have any questions throughout the evening, please utilize the chat function and we'll get to those later. And as we wait for everyone to join us, we will play you the short clip from JU's new Healthcare Simulation Center.
It's less time that you're off the chest. You're pretty much
Medical errors are a huge problem for our healthcare industry. There's about 400,000 medical errors a year.
You have things like maternal death on the rise. You still have things occur like falls in hospitals. You still have issues with infection control. All of this is better trained when you can repeat and repeat process, and that's best done in simulation.
Simulation training helps to provide a safe environment for healthcare professionals to work together collaboratively as a team, and then also practice in a safe environment where they can't harm a patient. If there is an error made within that training environment, they can review it, debrief on it, correct it, and then increase the quality of care when they are in the actual healthcare setting.
You're in a low-risk environment. You're not dealing with human patients. You're dealing with mannequins. So in simulation, that allows us to be able to tackle some of these more pressing issues.
Great thing about coming into this brand new simulation center is it fits the vision not only of the university, it fits the vision of the healthcare providers in this region. You come in here and it is as lifelike a representation of the environment as you could want to have, and that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to teach applied. You come into a place like this, it's not a place with classrooms. This is a place where you're walking through a true simulation center, feels like you're in a hospital.
Our high-fidelity mannequins provide a very realistic environment for a learner to practice on. The high-fidelity mannequin represents the most humanistic type of patient that we could have, and as the learner is practicing using these types of mannequins, we are able to change that mannequin to represent what that learner's action does. So if the learner does something incorrectly, if they give a medication that they shouldn't have given and it should drop their blood pressure because they gave that medication, then we change the mannequin to do that.
The mannequins really serve as the pseudo-patient, and this is happening really globally. Simulation centers are being built in universities and medical centers all over the world.
We do want healthcare professionals or learners to make mistakes in this safe environment. This is a positive environment. We encourage our learners to always feel comfortable here, never to feel threatened or insecure. If a mistake is to occur, we want it to happen in this environment so it is not on a real person. And that is the benefit of training in this healthcare center.
It's a special place for Jacksonville because we don't have anything like this in our community. One central location that could serve all different types of clients to learn, repeat, gain knowledge and skills on practice patterns.
All right, welcome to those of you who just joined us in the middle of our video. Hope you all enjoyed that short clip about our Healthcare Science Simulation Center. Let's get things started this evening. My name is Chelsea Shackelford. I am the Assistant Director of Alumni in Affinity and Regional Engagement. I primarily work with our alumni networks, our reunion classes, and our regional dolphin clubs. This evening, we have a couple of members from the alumni team joining us. We have Marianne Jolly, who's assisting with our tech support this evening. She's the Director of Engagement and Operations and really the brains behind your JU Stay at Homecoming Week. We also have fellow Goldfin member, Kimberly Trumbull. She's our Engagement and Special Projects Manager and assisting us with attendance. And we also have Lauren Griffith and Leslie Red from University of Advancement. So thank you guys for joining us this evening. At this time, I would like to change gears and introduce the chair of your Goldfin committee, Hannes. He graduated from JU with his MBA in 2014, and he is an engineering services supervisor here in Jacksonville at Mercedes-Benz USA. He is married to a fellow alumna, and they just welcomed their first baby this summer. Hannes, take it away.
Yes, thank you, Shaq. Hey, everybody. And yeah, Shaq, thanks for introducing and for coordinating our event today. Yeah, as you already mentioned, some of the facts about me. I don't want to talk too much about myself, but yeah, born and raised in Germany, did my bachelor's there, and then I came here to the US in 2012 with my employer, Mercedes. And yeah, I was looking for a place to further study. I never had like a real university study in Germany. It was more like a co-hosted studies with my employer. So I was really excited to get the American experience. And yeah, I was very glad I chose JU. Did my MBA there in the evening classes, graduated in 2014. And yeah, since then I'm hooked. And now I'm back here in business. I'm part of the Goldfin committee, currently the chair. And yeah, I want to talk to you a little bit about the Goldfins today, and of course later on introduce you to the rest of the committee. Goldfins, just to reiterate, stands for graduates of last decade. So if you graduated in the past 10 years, especially 2020 grads now, so you're part of our society, you don't need to do anything, you don't need to subscribe, you're already there and you're eligible to be part of our awesome network. Which we use to try and give you unique opportunities as recent graduates and connect you back with your alma mater, give you the chance to build personal connections with fellow alums, which then very often lead to the expansion of your professional network, which I think is one of the biggest opportunities in staying involved in alumni matters. Yeah, how do we do this? We often have, as you can see here on the slide, really cool events. This year is a little different, unfortunately. However, we try to make the best out of this and have some awesome virtual events. But yeah, as you can see, we like to meet up in person, have a couple of drinks, go to sports events together, listen to professional speakers, get career advice, some professional photos done, and yeah, usually have a lot of fun together. There's one specific event I want to also make you aware of, which is called Senior Stroll, and it's usually happening in the afternoon before the undergrad commencement, where I will offer an official toast to the graduating class and welcoming them to the Goldfin network. And we're actually looking forward to celebrating the classes of 2020 and of 2021 together with President Kost at JU campus for our largest Senior Stroll ever next spring, hopefully, fingers crossed. Yeah, so if you have never attended one of our events before, then first of all, thanks for being here tonight, and hopefully see you in person soon at future events, may they be virtual or in person. Before I introduce you to the rest of the committee, I would just want to touch point on a few of the exciting goals and changes for the upcoming year that we have made. As Goldfins, we have recently renewed our committee. We have added some really great people and restructured our positions so that we can better be suited for the opportunities of the future and grow the influence of the Goldfin network. One of the big focuses that we have is bridging the gap from being a student to being a Goldfin, an active Goldfin society member by, for example, using the SAA as help, and of course also bridging the gap for the end of your cycle as a Goldfin when you are longer than 10 years graduated. So yeah, we guide you to other alumni networks and of course give you career advice. Also at heart of our society is a philanthropic aspect. Giving back to our alma mater is very important to us. So we want to help you learn about all the programs and initiatives that you care about and teach you how you can support JU even further. And of course, education is at our core. So we want you to learn more about JU. And of course, we want you to learn more about yourself. We want to help you boost your career and take the most for yourself out of this amazing network. So now, talked a lot about the actual content. Now let's see who is part of this committee besides me. I am happy to introduce you to our Vice Chair, Lucas.
Hi, everyone. My name is Lucas, and I graduated in 2012. I think I'm really excited to be a part of the Goldfin Committee, and part of my duties as Vice Chair is helping recruit new people to the committee and new Goldfins to the Alumni Network, and I'm really excited to be here.
Thanks, Lucas. We also have our Philanthropy Coordinator, Shannon. I think you have to unmute yourself. I know you're a little excited because you're becoming auntie in a few minutes.
Technical difficulties. Hi, I'm Shannon Tesh. I'm the philanthropy chair, and I'm excited to be a part of this committee and on the call today and get to know some new Goldfins, so it's really exciting.
Awesome, thank you, Shannon. Next, we have our Student and Campus Engagement Coordinator, Blake.
Blake is unfortunately not able to make it with us tonight,
Blake didn't make it.
In his role, he's really going to partner with our Student Alumni Association and trying to help bridge the gap between seniors or fourth-year students on their way out, catch them before they graduate to inform them of what the Goldfin Committee or the network is, invite them to attend some of the events while they're still on campus so that it can be an easy transition. And so we created this position this year, and we're looking forward to partnering with them and getting the word out more about the Goldfin Alumni Network to current students.
Yeah, very important role. Next, we have Lindsay, our Historian and Communications Coordinator.
Hey everyone, my name is Lindsay Forrest. I graduated from JU in 2016, so I'm super excited to be part of the committee and the new role I'm taking on. Really, just my primary goal this year is just make sure that anybody who's interested in the committee and joining in is fully aware of all of the events and all of the exciting things that we have going on. So just want to make sure everyone is up to speed with the exciting things we're planning for this year and the next year.
Awesome, Lindsay, thank you. Then we have another Lindsay, our Events Coordinator.
Hey guys, my name is Lindsay Kraft. So I graduated with my MBA in 2015 from JU, did my bachelor's at South Carolina, but love JU all the way. And I just took over the role of events coordinator. Hopefully whenever COVID is done, we can meet you guys all in person, but we should be planning some either fun events virtually, if not in person next year.
Thanks, Lance. We also have 6 members at large who help us officers in providing valuable feedback and ideas and engaging their network to get connected with JU. So we have Marissa.
Hi everyone, I'm Marissa Davenport. I graduated from JU, my undergrad in 2019. I'm super excited to be part of the Goldfin Committee this year.
Thanks, Marissa. Next we have Kat. Katharina, is she there?
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Hey guys, my name is Kat Dinsmore and I'm class of 2019, and I am very excited to be here and excited to see what the Goldfin has for me to, have in store. Thanks.
Thanks, Kat. We also have Tom. I'm not sure if he made it today. And Matt, I know Matt is on. Is he not?
I don't think so. We do
okay.
Have Chris.
Well, Chris, but Chris is there. I saw him before.
Hey everyone, my name is Chris Moy. I graduated in 2012. Recently moved back to Jacksonville and couldn't think of a better way to get involved than through JU. So I'm happy to be here and excited for all the good things that JU has going on.
And last.
Awesome. And last we have Giovanni. Giovanni, can you hear us?
Yes, we can. On safe.
Okay, awesome. Sorry, I just got off work. Yavanti Williams, class of 2015, bachelor's in social sciences. Was I supposed to I'm sorry, I just chopped in. So what was the full rundown?
just your class year and welcome.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you made it.
Oh, awesome.
Thank you.
Eager to give back. Just moved back up to Jackson about 6 months ago and was really looking for opportunities not only to get engaged back with JU, but to actually do something positive in Jacksonville. So what better way through my alma mater?
Thanks for being with us, Shivanti.
Oh, no problem. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much. All right. So now that you have had an opportunity to meet your Goldfin Executive Committee members, at this time we want to move into a little bit of a networking portion. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to present conversation starter questions in the chat, and we're just going to go around and try to get to know each other a little bit this evening. If you are muted currently, we welcome you to unmute yourself so that we can have a natural conversation. All right. How about for the first question, while we get things going, what is your favorite JU branded item that you all own and where did you buy it? Some of you guys
I think it's my
stuff on. I can see that.
I think it's the tie that I got.
Ooh, yeah.
The JU tie with the dolphins on them. It's probably my favorite. I don't wear it often, but yes, I got that from Jake. The scavenger hunt, it was amazing.
I would say mine's either my dolphin bow tie that I got as a gift from JU, or I really like the new Goldfin coffee mugs, the travel mugs that we just got. I saw Shannon using it during this.
Yes,
I take that to
love
work
mine.
every day. I like how it has the pad on the bottom, so when you sit it on a table, it's quiet. It's like loud.
Yeah, it looks thick.
And I like the lid too. It's my favorite
Me
coffee
too.
mug.
Good to know we made a good purchase.
I think for me, for soccer, we get like so much swag that I feel like I was fortunate enough that I didn't have to actually buy anything. So I have a ton of like athletic gear, like nice pullovers that I get to wear that we were given for soccer that like I still use all the time.
I second that. The JU sports teams have a lot of athletic gear. So I still have like dry fits and mismatched Nike socks, the whole nine.
I love that. I love that. All right. If nobody else has any fun items, for our new members who joined the committee, I'm curious to know, when is the last time you were on campus? And can you share a favorite JU memory or story?
PG.
Yes.
Chelsea, I'll go. So it's been several years since I've been on campus. I think it was when they built the extension of the cafeteria that overlooked the baseball field that I wanted to go check out. But you know, I saw a ton of improvements that had been made there, and it was really impressive. One of my favorite memories was I played baseball there. So it was my freshman year, getting to play in the Gainesville Regional and represent JU was a pretty cool experience to play on the national stage. So for sure, that was my favorite.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
The last time I was at JU was actually last year for homecoming. It was really great to be back on campus, even though it only been like a couple of months. And I really do think my favorite memory at JU would probably be graduation, just all the events going on that week. Not leaving JU, but it was just so bittersweet. I definitely was very emotional. I think the senior stroll was my favorite part, just being with all of my classmates and being with President Cost and everyone. It was really awesome.
I'm kind of jealous they didn't do the senior stroll with my year. That's a relatively new tradition that they started in like 14 or something, but they didn't do it when I graduated.
We did. It was fun.
My favorite item is actually from that event, like the little champagne flute.
Aww.
Yeah.
I'm glad to know you still have
They
that.
always did it. Do they do the champagne? Is that where they do the champagne toast? Because we did the champagne toast, like right when we walked across the stage. Well, I guess we did like sit down, but then once graduation was over, as we left, they gave us a glass of champagne. Do they still do that at seniors? Is that what they do at Senior Stroll now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, hopefully we can all participate in it this spring together and have the biggest senior stroll with
Champagne.
the classes of 2020 and 21 together. So we have
You're on mute.
a couple of founding members on the committee. I wanted to ask you guys, what was it like? Can you share with us what it was like to be a part of something, creating the network from the beginning, and how it's changed since then?
Yeah, let me start maybe. Everybody wants to go. So yeah, sometimes I believe I was the first founding member. No, but let me tell you actually, my wife Jessica was working for JU at that point, and I was talking to them about cool events for alumni, and I know there was something that's going on before, but yeah, I know Matt, just shortly after, I was kind of interviewed by Matt Dobbins, and I think Jessica Swick back then from JU, and yeah, I was like, it fits really good to what I want. It was a great opportunity for me to finally go back more often to campus, have a reason to come back to see what's happening there, and get connected with people. So yeah, it was exactly what I wanted at that time, and yeah, I'm glad it turned out like this.
For me, it was also kind of Matt Dobbins. He reached out to me via email. I hadn't spoken to him in a few years, and he wanted to grab coffee and talk about JU. And we sat at Bold Bean in San Marco. I went before work, which I was really hesitant because it meant I had to wake up earlier. But he was wanting to recruit some people to get involved with JU. I didn't necessarily need another reason to get involved with JU because I'm on campus all the time. But I love JU so much, and I wanted to find a way to give back through a little bit more, I guess, structured method, and recruit a lot of my friends to join, and get to know a lot of people that I didn't necessarily hang out with at JU, and it's definitely provided those opportunities for me. So it's been fun.
Thanks. So I have a question for Lindsay Kraft. You are very involved with a group of JU alumni at your employer. Do you have any advice for alums that are might be interested in facilitating the same thing with fellow alums at their workplace? What do you suggest for them starting something like that on their own?
Yeah, so we are fortunate at Black Knight. I still call it the underground tunnel from JU to Black Knight because we always try and do our best with trying to get either JU interns in the door, where basically like if we get a professor that sends a JU resume to me and we like them and the person's a good fit for Black Knight, they usually their resume gets put at the top of the pile, which is awesome. But first what we did was just kind of compile a list, like a distribution list of like, okay, so who do we know that went to JU that works at Black Knight, and kind of compiled like a big list, kept adding to it over time. And I think we have like 60 to 70 people at Black Knight. And then what we try and do, I know you guys will come and bring us coffee sometimes, forget what you guys call it. But you'll bring us coffee usually like in December, and we get everybody together in the atrium at Black Knight, which is awesome. And then we always try and do one event with all of the Black Knight folks at JU to kind of bring them back to campus. And we usually do it at one of the baseball games on like a Friday night. And it's been a pretty good turnout. Any advice that I would give is just, I would try and start with a distribution list, see how many people you have, and then go from there to determine like, do you have enough people to do like an event like that? Or is it more just something to get like a quick meeting together, maybe just coffee and chit chat kind of thing. But it's been good at Black Knight. We absolutely love it, and try and get even more kids in the door every year.
Thanks, thank you. The next question I have is for Marissa. So one of the Goldfin initiatives also is to expand beyond Jacksonville and to touch alumni in our regional pockets where we have a large contingency of alumni in those cities. And so Marissa is in Atlanta. Can you speak about how you stay connected with JU since you're not local?
Yeah, I definitely think I stay connected through social media. I think I follow almost all of the big JU social media accounts, JU Alumni, Jacksonville U, and I stay connected with my friends that are still in school, and just definitely stay in touch with like the emails that are sent out as well. I think that's been the best way for me to stay connected, and luckily knowing some people that work at JU as well has given some opportunities as well to stay involved.
Thanks. So I'm curious to know what you all might have to say for this. What might be your favorite non-Goldfin JU event on campus or on TV? What do you guys like to come to campus for or tune into TV? I'm curious to know. Performing arts, sports, what is it? Can't just be networking with Goldfins.
Well, I like so the Goldfin Network gets invited to, or at least the Goldfin Committee gets invited to the Tim and Stephanie Cost performing arts series, like pre-event type things where they kind of have like dinner and drinks and they talk about the performing arts show that they're going to have, whether it's a concert or if it's a theater production or something like that. And I've really enjoyed those. I was not a performing arts major. I was a science major, so I never did anything with the performing arts, but it's provided a new appreciation for the arts, and I get food and drink prior to.
Nice. I'm looking forward to attending one myself this one day.
I highly recommend it for any of the committee members that have not gone. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy it. I am the youngest person there, but I really enjoy it. It's a lot of fun.
Anyone else? Anyone have a favorite thing on campus that they like to do?
I just like hanging out at the volleyball courts, playing around the volleyball, having some drinks in the river house, maybe a flatbread or so.
Yes, those are delicious. Well, how about, can anyone speak to maybe back when you were a student, can you think of a weekend where you didn't stay on campus, but you wish you did because you missed out on something really fun? Not good enough.
I remember we had
Oh, go Shannon.
I remember we had dance rehearsals during the Florida Georgia game, so that was really a bummer because we were all so excited to go to the game, and then we had rehearsals, so we all got together and got ready really quick right after, and were able to catch the end of it and went downtown, but still it was annoying.
No, that's definitely, you're missing out. I'm very sorry to hear that. Anyone else?
It wasn't when I was a student, but for work, I've had to travel out of the country during actually a few homecoming weekends. So that was pretty sad. But I mean, I enjoyed traveling, but I was also sad that I missed homecoming because I'm a diehard JU person.
Oh, we love to hear that. Well, how about we go around the room and perhaps share some wisdom or a piece of advice that you have for graduating seniors? Could be about anything. Maybe something you wish you had heard or something somebody told you that stuck with you.
It's not what you know, it's who you know. You can have all the knowledge in the world, but knowing the right person can put you far further than what you know.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I know like how I got my job at Black Knight was just literally through networking with Donnie Horner, who was the AD at the time, literally introduced me to an executive at Black Knight. And that executive told me that you always want to be on a yellow slip, like a Post-it note, where when somebody has a job opportunity or any sort of opportunity available, that you're the person, or at least in their top 6 that they can think of on this yellow Post-it note, that you're on that list. So if somebody asks, hey, do you have anybody in mind? You're one of the first people that they think of to refer you to that person. And that's literally how I got in the role that I'm in now, and with my current boss, is literally being on someone's Post-it note. She asks, hey, I got an opening. Who do you think would be a good fit? And now I'm in this role that I've been in for 4.5 years. So it's been awesome.
Great. Any other pieces of advice or words of wisdom for graduating students?
Yeah, I would say not to get frustrated or disappointed if your first couple jobs out of college don't work out, because I know for me, I had 2 really quick jobs right out of college and they weren't the best fit, and I got really down on myself and just felt really embarrassed. But I think it's hard when you first get out of college discovering what you want to do, who you want to be, and what kind of impact you want to make on a company. So it's a little bit of a discovery phase sometimes. So I think that's a piece of advice I would give someone, is just don't get discouraged.
Absolutely. You can
Yeah, to connect to Shannon, I would say in general, don't limit yourself. Maybe you're stuck in a current job or current routine, or maybe in your job you have something that you have done for a long time and you're afraid to make the next step. But never be afraid. Everybody has to learn and to make steps. And yeah, if you're from JU, then you have the best material.
And I'd echo, tag along onto that is, if the first few jobs don't work out, also don't burn bridges. Do not leave a bad name for yourself at that facility or organization. I've seen that hurt people in the future, at future job opportunities, because they're back to the whole point on, it's not who you know, or it's not what you know, it's who you know. Someone knows someone who knows someone, and burning bridges can kind of ruin your reputation for future positions. So I would avoid doing that. I've seen it happen to a few people.
I third that as well.
Not saying that I was in any of those situations, but I think it says a lot about you, how you can react in situations, and maintaining a level of professionalism and level-headedness, I think can get you very, very far long term.
Certainly. All right. If nobody else has any words of wisdom, we've kind of talked about our lovely Dr. Fran Kinney a couple times today in other events we've had, and I was curious to know how many of you have actually had the opportunity to meet her, and if any of you guys have a story you would like to share about your time meeting Dr. Kinney. Has nobody met Dr. Kinney in person, for real?
Yes,
I've met Dr. Kinney, but I'm
Lucas, you first.
I have met Dr. Kinney several times, but I've only really had one conversation with her, and that was years and years and years ago. But for some reason, she has some insanely impeccable memory, and she remembers me every single time I met her afterward. But I think I only really introduced myself once, and she remembered my name from that day forward. And it just blows my mind how she has such a great memory, because mine kind of sucks.
That's awesome. That's amazing. I've never heard that, but I would be flattered.
Yeah, I've made similar experience. Actually, I had never met her before, but Jessica, my wife, had met her a couple of times working with JU. And so Fran Kenny knew my name, even though I have never met her before. So her memory was insane. And Jessica also told me that she was once at Fran Kenny's home. I think she was delivering some birthday cards or flowers or something to her in behalf of JU. And so Fran Kenny invited her inside and showed her the house. And she had color coordinated her closet. So I'm sure it was mostly red, but maybe shades of red, yeah. And so she told Jessica that she learned that from President Roosevelt.
She has quite a story, and I also got to meet her last spring at the dedication of the Frisch Welcome Center, I think it was, or some performing arts show sometime in the same month. And she was telling crazy stories about people who in history that you read in history books and how she's met them and visited them. And it's just, it's so cool that JU has somebody like that as part of their history. Okay, I kind of want to segue into some more fun, entertaining questions, possibly. And how about if you all didn't have to sleep every night, how would you spend your additional 6 to 8 hours every day?
I love sleeping, so I'm okay with it.
I agree, Shannon. I don't want to give those hours up.
Give me more hours to sleep.
Yeah.
I love sleep too, but I would probably spend my time like drawing or traveling somewhere, honestly. I usually get about 4 or 5 hours of sleep a night.
Oh, I like that.
I would try to get really good at one kind of sports. Just really focus on that, like 5 hours a day or so.
Picking up a new hobby, perhaps learning the piano or something that I cannot do now. Okay, how about this one? I know you all have an answer for this, so I must hear from each of you. If you could have a superpower, what would it be?
It'd be flying for sure. I'd want to fly.
I would want to teleport to another place because I really hate flying. Like I hate the whole process of it, so it'd be so nice if I could just like snap my fingers and be there. I would do that.
I second that. I'm teleporting with you, baby. I hate traffic and I have really bad road rage. So
Call it
teleport
jumping.
away.
Yeah, the movie Jumper. It's you just see a picture and you jump into that photo.
That for sure.
Yep.
I would also be teleporting, not because I hate traveling or the whole idea of flying. I actually enjoy flying. I would just want to get to whatever I'm going to faster, wherever I'm going to faster, so I could spend more time there.
I'm gonna jump on the teleporting train too. I'm not a big fan of long car rides. Love flying, but hate long car rides. So teleporting for me.
I love it. I love that nobody wants to read people's minds or be invisible.
Yeah, nobody want to be super strong either. Sheesh.
Yeah, I guess that's what we can do with our extra 8 hours every night. Channel our inner Beyonce. All right, so final question of the evening. Once COVID is all over, what is a place that you hope to visit, or where are you traveling first?
Beach bars.
I think those are open right now.
They are, apparently.
Those are
Come
very
visit me.
Oh.
That's the
I'm
answer
still
of
going
the
to the
evening.
beach bars.
I want to go on my honeymoon to Italy.
Oh,
So
yeah.
hopefully I can do that.
Shannon in with a good answer.
So I was supposed to go on a girls' trip with 6 of my girlfriends to Prague, Germany, and where was it? Oh, Amsterdam. And obviously that didn't happen. So I would love to go like next summer if all is well by then, but we'll see.
I love that. Okay, I have to slide in one more question just for our personal reference because we need new shows. What are you guys binging right now so we can add them to our list to watch?
Travels with My Father with with Jack Whitehall. Oh my God, that's so funny. And then we just watched Emily in Paris, which was really cool. I'm trying to learn French, so it was kind of like beginner French type thing. It's kind of like a mix of Devil Wears Prada and something else, I don't know. But Travels with My Father, we watched the 4 seasons in 2 days. It's so funny.
We've been watching that too. Will loves it. He thinks it's so
God,
funny.
it's so good. It's so good.
I'm writing these down. I've never heard of either of them.
Jack Whitehall is a British comedian, and he just goes around with his father, who is very conservative, but Jack is very liberal and very outgoing and extroverted, and it's just the clashing of those two personalities that's what makes it.
Nobody's watching the home edit.
Oh, we watched all those already too. Who was talking about, was it Hannes that was talking about Fran Kinney color coordinating her closet?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't get into it. My wife watched home edit, but they color coordinate everything.
I feel like that show would stress me out.
I've heard that from some folks. To me, it's very calming to watch.
I think it's so, because their shows, they always have a famous person and they have a regular person. And I just think the famous people are just their closets are just so insane. And it's just, to me, it comes across as bragging. Like, look at all these clothes that I have. I like watching
or my
them.
closet that's the size of my house.
Yeah, exactly.
Very true, very true. Well, I thank you for the 2 recommendations. I'm going to add that to my list. I want to thank you guys. Thank you all for joining us this evening for our JU Stay at Homecoming event with our Goldfin Committee in class of 2020. I hope that you will check out the rest of our week and our schedule of our virtual events that we have planned. We still have we have a cooking show tomorrow. If you're free, tune into that. And also, if you're interested in seeing how our career management team can help alumni with their career search or updating a resume or anything like that, that's happening Friday at noon. And I also wanted to put a plug that we are putting out a call for members of the Goldfin network, that if you make a gift this week of your class year, so that's say $20.18, we will be doing a drawing to receive one lucky person will receive our homecoming spirit pack, which is a JU swag bag. So thank you guys so very much. And if you have any other questions, please drop them in the chat or you can ask them right now. So thank you for joining us this evening.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Shay.
Bye.
See you soon.
Bye.
Hasta luego.